Good morning, YTPC. Larry here. Smoking this Saturday morning, must be between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. I'm smoking my second time I smoked this pipe, walnut pipe, made by the Olivewood piper, Carl. Poker, and it smokes really well. In it, I'm smoking some Scottish mixture by McBaron. It went out. I gotta relight it. I gotta have a swig of water beforehand. I wanted to do this video today because there's been a few things on my mind about what's going on in the country right now, which is not very good at all. First of all, we got over 40 million people that are unemployed, but yesterday there came out some good news that they created 2.1 million jobs. I guess some of the people went back to work or whatever. And Wall Street had a big day, which I don't own stocks and really don't care about Wall Street, but I guess they were very happy about it, and it's a good sign anyway. Also, I want to tell you that I'm using my new Pella Boya microphone. I think it's a Pell, name of it, whatever. It cost me like $21 on eBay. I bought this mic. It's clipped on my shirt. And the only thing that I don't like about this mic is it came with a little wind foam protector on it for when it's windy out. And I lost it. It doesn't stay on very good. If you get one of these, you got to be very careful when you put it in and out of the bag, because I was using it somewhere and somehow it slipped off and I never saw it. I was doing a video on the other end of town and I lost it. It's very poor of them. They should have had a better, tighter way of putting that and having that stay on, that little foam wind shear to quit help with the wind when you're doing a video, which they are always nice to have, but I don't care today because there's no actually any wind out here. And it works really well. It's better quality on the audio anyway. And I'm using it with my Canon Vixia. I think it's the HF R800. It's the model of this camera. And so anyway, back to the my reason for doing this video is the riots that took place. They all could have been avoided if those powers to be had did their job. And who I'm talking about is the mayor of Minneapolis, Minnesota. If he had got rid of this police officer who had 18 complaints against him, this shit would have never happened. Floyd would still be alive, and these riots and all the chaos that's been going on would never have been taking place. But unfortunately, when people don't do their jobs, this is what happens in society. They go bonkers. And they had the funeral the other day, I think it was yesterday, for Floyd, and it was on the networks. And the one thing that really disappoints me about the networks is because it is, in my opinion, that they are controlled by the Democrats in this country. They control the media, pretty much everything, what goes on, the main networks. You got CNN, you got NBC, you got CBS, you got ABC, you got CNBC, and you got MSNBC. All controlled by Democrats. Really sad. And the only channel I really listen to is Fox News. You know, don't get me wrong, sometimes they're a little off, and I disagree sometimes with them, but basically, they're the only ones you can really depend on telling you the truth. Not worrying about stories being made up, not the truth coming out, lies and all this stuff, So I see that they had the funeral, and what really irritated me is that poor police officer out in St. Louis who got killed by the rioters. Some thug was a well-known, loving, caring police officer who was loved by everyone's whites and blacks. His life was ended, and that would have never happened if the Indianapolis mayor had done his job. So it's just my opinion. And then another thing that really makes me laugh is all these protests. Half the people are not wearing a mask. I see a lot of them. They're in crowds of sardines, like being in a sardine can. Some of them I saw with police officers shoulder to shoulder. Some people were holding hands. And I thought we were told not to do that because of the coronavirus. Well, I guess it don't matter because of the situation. I'll throw that all out the window. Sorry, hold on for a minute, I gotta light my pipe. This country has never been divided as it is now. It's definitely undivided. It's getting worse day by day. And it needs to stop, really. We have a bunch of people in this country that hate Donald Trump so bad. And I really mean this. That they were wishing and hoping that the economy would collapse. So Trump gets beat in the next election so they can take over. And I had a guy that asked me about a week ago. We were talking, we had a conversation about different things. And he asked me, Larry, what is your biggest fear? And I told him straight out. I says, you really want to know my biggest fear? My biggest fear is Donald Trump losing the 2020 election to Joe Biden. Or whoever the nominee is on the Democratic side. He says, that's my biggest fear. Because Donald Trump has got the economy, had the economy, and I believe he will again, on the right path of prosperity. Don't get me wrong, there's always going to be people that are not doing well. There has been and always will be. But generally speaking, the lowest unemployment in 50 years, create more jobs than any president has done, and I don't know God how long. It all will be going down the tubes. They will recklessly spend money pushing the country into bankruptcy. That's my opinion of what's going to happen if the Democrats get in control. Giving free money out to everybody. You saw that last stimulus bill that that Nancy Pelosi came up with. She had all kinds of pork in there, throwing away money for this, throwing the money away for that. Let's give everybody another $1,200. It's only just keep printing money, And not a good thing, not a good thing. So the only thing I would wish is that Trump would win re-election and that people would accept things the way they are as far as respecting our president. I know that he sticks his foot in his mouth a lot on Twitter, but you got to look at the substance. You know, none of us are perfect in the eyes of God. We have all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. And Trump ain't perfect like every one of us. We all make mistakes. We all sin every day. And if you don't think that, well then, you really need help. So we have an election every 4 years, and we put in the person that we feel is the best for our country, and people need to respect that. Did they do this to Obama? A lot of people I know weren't happy because Obama won, but the Republicans treat Obama like the Democrats are treating Trump? No. Nope, it didn't happen. Trying to pull this ridiculous impeachment on a bunch of bogus crap, if you ask me. It's just time to move on and keep America great. So with that, I'm going to end this video. I'm going to wish you all be safe. And let's hope this all ends with on a positive note. And we get the country back the way it should be. And we get this coronavirus and all these riots behind us. So with that, enjoy your weekend. I'm going to finish up my bowl here. Mr. Wongan, once again, I want to thank Carl for making this beautiful pipe, which I love, and I'm going to tell you, this thing really smokes nice. It's a good smoker. Get yourself a olive wood or a walnut pipe from Olive Wood Piper. Really inexpensive pipes. When you see what some of the other handmade pipes go for, it's really only like a third of the cost of some of them that make handmade pipes out there. So be safe and enjoy your weekend, what's left, and happy puffing, everybody. I'm out to the next video. So long.